Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 3, Lesson 21, and today we meet one of the most flexible little forms in all of English, the infinitive. It's just the word to plus a verb, to run, to see, to imagine, and yet it can slip into a sentence and do the work of a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. By the end of today, you'll spot infinitives instantly, and you'll never again confuse them with a plain prepositional phrase. Let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. An infinitive is a verb form, and it's almost always introduced by the little word to gather, to visit, to remember. Each of those is an infinitive. Now here's the part that trips people up. In an infinitive, the word to is not a preposition. It isn't pointing toward a place or an object. Instead, it's simply part of the verb form itself, a kind of signal flag that says a verb is coming. Hold on to that idea, because it becomes our whole test later on. The first job an infinitive can take is the job of a noun. Look at this sentence. I love to gather flowers. Ask yourself, I love what? The answer is to gather. So this infinitive is functioning as the direct object of the verb love, exactly the way an ordinary noun would. Watch the brackets scoop it up as a single naming idea. And a noun infinitive doesn't have to be an object. It can just as easily be the subject of a sentence. To gather flowers is her favorite pastime. Either way, it's naming an action, and that's noun work. The second job is adjective work. An adjective describes a noun, and an infinitive can do the very same thing. Take this. Our plans to visit battlefields changed. The main noun is plans, but which plans? The plans to visit battlefields. That infinitive is pointing right back at the noun plans and describing it, just as an adjective would. Watch the arrow curve back to the word it modifies. Whenever an infinitive sits next to a noun and tells you which one, it's working as an adjective. The third job is adverb work, and this is the sneaky one. An adverb can modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb, and an infinitive can do all of that too. Here's the sentence. Your address is difficult to remember. Difficult in what way? Difficult to remember. That infinitive is reaching over and modifying the adjective difficult, telling us how it's difficult. Watch the arrow point back to difficult. Adverb infinitives love to answer questions like how, when, where, and why. For example, she trained hard to win. Where to win explains why she trained. That's pure adverb energy. So far, our infinitives have traveled light, but they usually bring baggage. An infinitive phrase is the infinitive plus everything that belongs with it, its own object, its complements, and any modifiers. Look at this. Many animals can learn to recognize people. The infinitive is to recognize, but it doesn't stop there. It drags along its own object, people. Together, to recognize people is one complete infinitive phrase, and the whole bracketed chunk works as a single unit. Here, it's the direct object of learn. So don't just grab the two-word infinitive. Scoop up the entire phrase it leads. Now for the test that makes everything click. Both an infinitive and a prepositional phrase can begin with the word to. So how do you tell them apart? Look at the very next word. In to swim, the word after to is a verb, swim. So this is an infinitive. But in to the pool, the word after to is a noun, pool. So this to is a plain old preposition. And to the pool is a prepositional phrase. That's the whole trick. If a verb follows to, you've got an infinitive. If a noun or pronoun follows to, you've got a preposition. Say it with me. Verb means infinitive. Let's fold the whole lesson into a two-step check. Step 1. Is there a verb right after the word to? If yes, it's an infinitive, not a preposition. Step 2. Figure out its job in the sentence. If it names an action, it's a noun. If it tells you which one, it's an adjective. If it answers how or why, it's an adverb. And one last reminder, when you mark it, grab the entire infinitive phrase. Everything the infinitive carries with it, not just the bare two words. Do that and infinitives will never surprise you again. Let's practice. Time for the first set. I'll show you a phrase that begins with the word to, and you decide, is it an infinitive or a prepositional phrase? Remember the trick. Peek at the word right after to. Pause the video and try each one before I reveal the answer. The phrase is to celebrate. Look at the word after to. Celebrate. Is that a verb or a noun? Celebrate is a verb, an action, so to plus that verb makes an infinitive. The answer is infinitive. The phrase is to the mountains. The word right after to is the, leading to the noun mountains. No verb in sight. When to is followed by a noun, it's a preposition, so this is a prepositional phrase. The answer is prepositional phrase. The phrase is to understand fully. After to comes understand. That's a verb. And notice it even carries a modifier, the adverb fully, along with it. So this is an infinitive. In fact, a whole infinitive phrase. The answer is infinitive. Now for the second set. Each sentence contains an infinitive, and your task is to decide what job it's doing. Is it working as a noun, as an adjective, or as an adverb? Ask what it names or what it modifies. Pause and try each before I answer. To win the scholarship became her goal. Ask what became her goal. The answer is to win the scholarship. That infinitive phrase is the subject of the sentence, naming the very thing we're talking about. Naming is noun work. The answer is noun. She needs a book to read on the train. Which book does she need? A book to read. The infinitive to read is pointing back at the noun book and telling us which one. And describing a noun is adjective work. The answer is adjective. He paused to catch his breath. Why did he pause? To catch his breath. That infinitive phrase is modifying the verb paused, answering the question why. And modifying a verb is adverb work. The answer is adverb. Let's gather up what we learned. An infinitive is the word to plus a verb. To run, to see, to imagine. And that to is part of the verb form, never a preposition. Once you spot one, ask what it's doing. It might name an action like a noun, describe a noun like an adjective, or tell how or why like an adverb. And remember the infinitive phrase, the infinitive together with its objects and modifiers, taken as one unit. Above all, keep the test in your pocket. A verb after to means an infinitive. A noun after to means a preposition. In our next lesson, we'll explore participles and participial phrases, another verb form wearing a clever disguise. I'll see you there.